As I said, we were going to start with 2 meditations tonight because, obviously we're thinking of everybody in California. We want to send out some good healing vibes and prayers to them. What's going on over there is just devastating. I can't even imagine living there right now and seeing what's happening and people losing their houses and all that. So I figured we could take a little time at the start here and send them our love and our prayers and whatever else we can do for them. So we're going to get started first by introducing everybody. And then we're going to have a meditation from Eileen. Kevin is also going to do one for us. And Kathryn is going to join us later, and she's going to do something towards the end. Oh, wait, I've got somebody coming in. Oh, Sean is here. I'm sorry.
Yay.
There we go. All right. All right, good. Just in time for introductions. Don't worry, Sean, I'm not going to start with you.
Thank you.
I'm actually going to start with you, Kevin.
Thank you so much, Violet. Thank you very much. And also to Melanie for once again coordinating this beautiful happening here on Insight Timer. I'm really happy to be here with you today, with everyone. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kevin. And on Insight Timer, I'm MeditationSpaceOnline, one big long word. And I host live meditation events on a regular basis, 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a week, usually around the weekends. And I'm really, really grateful to Insight Timer for all that Insight Timer gives me and enables me to live. And it's become such a huge, beautiful part of my life. I'm so grateful to everyone there who manages and supports it all. And of course, to each and every teacher and each and every participant. Just an incredible community. And I'm so deeply grateful and so grateful to be here today. Thank you, Violet, for inviting me. And I'm really, really just very honored and very grateful to you. Thank you so much.
Oh, and I'm honored that you came at the last minute too, and at a time zone that is definitely not friendly to where you are. So I appreciate it. All right, Blue Dragon, moving over to you. Can I call you Blue Dragon or?
Sure. That's what my teacher name is on Insight Timer.
Should I call you Blue Dragon Healing, Mr. Healing?
Well, my name is Bjorn, but my company is Blue Dragon Healing, and so I use that. It was just easier for me. But yeah, thank you for having me, and I'm glad to be here and with all of you. So briefly about my work, I use shamanic sound to help people shift out of deeper patterns that so that they can kind of go through life without getting so emotionally triggered by all the things that are happening, and to help them reconnect with their creativity and creative superpower. Uh, I do about one event a week on Insight Timer. Usually they're like channeling sound through my voice primarily, and then a few other instruments. I have a few tracks uploaded and a link to my site and all that on my teacher bio. We'll leave it at that.
Thank you. Eileen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Eileen Rose Miles, and I've been on Insight Timer since 2020, but really have been the last couple of years since my husband and I have been living in a van. I've been leading meditations from the road. We're now stationary in a cabin in Alaska, and I'm still leading meditations on Insight Timer twice a week. And I also lead meditation teacher trainings, so helping people learn how to really intuitively guide from their heart and get on Insight Timer and have all the high quality audio that they need. And yeah, this is my 3rd time here, I think. Thank you so much, Violet and Melanie, and I'm so excited to meet all of you and have a great conversation today.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wasn't sure how many. You're becoming a regular.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
And Michelle.
Hi, everyone. My name is Michelle Merrill. My organization is called Nova Sutras, and that's the basis of the meditations that I lead here on Insight Timer. I've been on Insight Timer as an instructor for about 5 years now. But mostly, since the end of 2020, really dove into being able to offer live sessions. So I do those pretty reliably, at least about one per week, one per moon phase, plus seasonal events, equinoxes, solstices, cross quarters, and a few other regular events. And the emphasis in my practice is eco-spirituality, and connecting that with earth care and earth activism. So our philosophy in Nova Sutras is to enact change through eco-spiritual community, reawakening our deepest connection with the living world, to reclaim our joy, to honor our pain, to grow trusted relationships, and to take meaningful action in service to all life. And of course, the fires going on now are such a horrible symptom of the illness that is the way that we relate to the living world, in particular with the climate systems. The other thing that people might want to know about me, I'm a scientist by training. My background is in biological anthropology. And so a lot of my meditation guidance is focused around nature connection, but with that very informed biological science background. And I want to do a special shout out to my friend Jean, who was the one who connected me with this. I love this idea of having instructors come on and talk. So thank you, Violet, for hosting this.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Mary, we're going to move over to you.
All right, so I'm Mary. I've been on Insight Timer since like 2017, but just took the plunge in becoming a teacher about a year and a half ago. And outside of the meditation world, I'm a licensed mental health therapist, and I don't really bring a lot of that into my meditations. The meditations that I currently have are looking inside for the wonderfulness that you already have in there and how to find it and bring that out. And sometimes it's going on a journey to find that, whether you're going into the forest or going to the beach or finding that magical waterfall. I just want to thank you, Violet, and thank you, Melanie, for this. This is wonderful. I occasionally do some lives. I've been doing, prior to the holidays, would do some lives, either doing a meditation first and then a journal prompt, or a journal prompt and then some meditation. So hopefully 2025 will bring about a little bit more of that.
Awesome. Right, I'm moving back down to that row. Sean.
Yes, hello. Hi, my name is Sean Corey, and I'm a Hatha Yoga teacher here on Insight Timer. I've been on the platform for, I think, about 3 years, maybe 3.5 years. I have, and I'm mostly doing live classes, so I've maybe have 8 or so pre-recorded, but I'm mostly here sharing the practice of Hatha Yoga in a live setting. So yeah, really grateful to be here with everyone in this panel here, and not sure what to fully expect. I haven't attended one, so I'm just, I'm here for the ride. And
we literally just threw you in.
Yeah, but it's all good. It's that's the beauty of having a practice and having living in a way that's sort of in alignment with with ourself, with sort of connecting to that inner world that Mary was talking about. Is we then have the capacity to sort of work through any situation, be in any scenario, and sort of be okay. So
Yes.
even though I don't quite know what to expect, all is well. Because
Let me tell you, we're going to grill you and we're going to put you on the spot. No, just kidding.
Amazing. Yes.
Totally
a
kidding.
chance to
And
grow.
by the way, if you want to see the chat, you can open up the live events on your phone and mute it, and then you can see what's going on in the chat as well.
I'm gonna do
Okay.
that. Thank you so much.
No
Yeah,
problem.
really grateful to be here, and yeah, looking forward to
Thrilled
everything.
to have you. Thrilled to have you.
Thanks so much.
And my friend Kathryn.
Oh, hello. Wait, I'm unmuted now.
You are unmuted.
Hello, everybody. Kathryn Remati. I joined Insight Timer in 2016, and it's been amazing. It's just so wonderful. We started doing the lives on 2020, during COVID, I guess. And that's been wonderful because we were all stuck and we got to travel the world with this app and meditate together and help each other. And it's such a great community. It's grown and grown. It just keeps growing, which is great, but not surprising because everyone has such a positive experience from it. I sort of specialize in guided meditations. I just find it so much easier for people to access inner peace if someone is telling them what to do and kind of getting them relaxed. I'm good at relaxing people, putting them to sleep, and I do a lot of sleep courses. And I'm the self-love queen of self-love. I have a self-love course and wrote a book about self-love. And I like a lot of affirmations on self-love, which I get from Louise Hay, classic, and I just like to keep her legacy alive. And so that's pretty much it for me. Oh, I'm in LA, by the way. I just got an emergency alert on my phone. They keep sending them all the time. Anyway.
As long as you're safe.
I'm safe. I'm good.
All right, good. All right. So we're going to start with a meditation that Eileen is going to lead us through. So I'm going to let you take it away, Eileen.
Okay. So go ahead and gently turn inward. You can close your eyes if that feels safe. Maybe allow your hands to rest, palms open. Breathing in slowly through your nose. Big exhale out your mouth. Inhale deeply, feel your heart lifting. Exhale, just landing right here. Slowly feel your awareness really move out of your head space and into your heart space. Encouraging your breath to deepen as you just notice the heart. Noticing if your heart feels heavy. Gently beginning to imagine a bright light right at the center of your heart. And imagine this light expanding, filling every inch of you. And may you know that this light is healing energy. It's filled with hope and love. And imagine this light filling the room that you are in. Breathe. Feel this light expand now into all the rooms in your home. See this light radiate into your neighborhood, the city you are in. Expanding, growing into your entire state. And now eventually see this light, your light, that does make a difference. Reach California. Just imagine your light wrapping around everyone. Breathe in. Exhale. And trust that as you bring everyone in California into your heart, your awareness, there is hope. And it is healing. May all beings be safe. May all beings find peace. And may we remember In devastating times like these, we have each other. From my light to your light. From my heart to yours. Breathe in. Exhale. Just become aware of the cushion beneath you. Coming back into your space slowly. Maybe rolling your shoulders a couple times. Eventually blinking your eyes open if they were closed. Okay.
That was perfect. Thank you.
Oh, good, of course.
And Kevin.
Thank you, Violet. And thank you, Melanie, as well, for once again making one of these beautiful happenings be accessible to so many people. And thank you to all the beautiful, beautiful souls who are here today. Thank you to Insight Timer. And just starting with the awareness of gratitude for this moment, for each other here, for each other everywhere, and for the opportunity and the ability to do what we are doing, which is number one, living, being alive, and being aware with the heart that we each have, that we can extend the sense of compassion and love. And as Eileen was saying so beautifully, hope to everyone. And so in this moment, in these moments where we can have this special time to really focus our attention and send this beautiful energy of love, support, and healing to our friends, our fellow beings in California, everywhere, in fact, that there is any struggle or suffering. But as we're here today specifically to remember all the souls, all the beings, all the creatures, all the plants, all the trees, all the stones, the earth, the sky, the air, everything, the water, everything that has been and is being so profoundly impacted by this terrible tragedy. Simply beginning first with each one of us, checking in with ourselves, being with ourselves. And if you wish, only if you wish, closing the eyes. And just having this time to just be with yourself and be aware of who you are and where you are and what's happening for you. Allowing any feelings or thoughts or emotions to be there as they are. And just being aware of your breath, being aware, as Eileen so beautifully guided us through, the flow of our life, the flow of our breath, the flow of our awareness and consciousness. Being aware of everything that is happening within you and around you. And as our attention is such a powerful, powerful tool, our awareness is there with each one of us in each moment, very gently and very lovingly bringing your attention within to that center of your being, to that source of your being, to the very source of your life. The source of your consciousness, the source of your existence. And that recognizing that the source of your existence, the source of my existence, of my life, of your life, of all lives, is one source, one essence, one reality. And so as we very gently, if you wish, bring our attention within, as if we're seeing a beautiful wall, a beautiful garden of vines that are lush and green and cool and cooling, giving oxygen to the atmosphere and just existing in their own space of joy and happiness. And that between these vines there's a light that's visible. And going in closer to those vines, those beautiful lush green leaves, seeing the spaces between the vines become larger and expand more and more. And as that space expands, the light becomes more apparent. And it seems that the light is becoming brighter, but in fact that light was already there. It is already there. It's just our awareness, the attention, can very lovingly, very gently come to the place where it sees itself, and it sees itself as that light, as that beautiful, all-pervading light of awareness, of peace, of calmness, coolness, compassion, empathy, and love. And as this light becomes more and more aware, as we become more aware of this light, again, it's not that we're creating something that is not there, but rather recognizing all that which has always been there, always is here, and always will be here. And that light is simply shining in whatever color you may perceive it, whatever you wish, whether it be a beautiful blue or green or violet or orange or yellow, whatever color that light may be, just allow that to be. It may have no color. It could be a colorless light. Regardless of how we each experience it, we can, if we wish, just very, again, lovingly and gently bring our attention to that light. And as that light is there, so our awareness is also here. And as that awareness expands, it encompasses your entire body. Every pore, every cell, every atom of your being is made of this light. And as the awareness very gently expands, it includes and encompasses your dwelling, wherever you are, your city, your town, your state, your country, the entire world, the entire universe, because how powerful and mighty and great you are with your awareness to be able to think of the entire universe in the tiniest fraction of time. And so with this awareness, taking a beautiful, full, loving, healing breath in, inhaling, and releasing gently, letting go, just let go. And once again, if you wish, taking a nice deep breath in, full of loving, healing, life-supporting energy, and exhaling, let it go. Letting go of anything you wish or need to let go of. And continuing to breathe gently in your own time, in your own pace, fully, lovingly, and gently, and deeply. And with this light, the awareness of this light being everywhere, and that you are this light, I am this light, we are all this light. Certainly we can also very gently, very lovingly focus or direct our attention to all those souls, all the people, all the creatures, the beings, the plants, the trees, the air, the water, all the elements that are being so profoundly impacted by this terrible tragedy. And recognizing that the strength and the power of the indomitable human spirit is always there, and certainly will definitely renew and arise from all of this tragedy once again. But first things first, at this time, allowing the awareness of all beings to be united in this light, and to gently, once again, focus the attention with great empathy, great compassion, and great love to all those who are being affected and have been affected by this tragedy, sending love and embracing as if each one of us have these arms that are so vast that they embrace the entire universe with love, peace, coolness, and compassion. And so expanding in awareness to the whole universe, recognizing each other as that light, and certainly sending unlimited light, unlimited love, care, vibrations, wishes, hopes, intentions, energy, thoughts, prayers, any word you wish to use. We're not limited, and we won't be limited by the use of any one word or words, but sending all that which is full of that which supports life, recognizes life, nourishes life with a sense of safety, comfort, and care. The fact that we are all, in one sense, unique, and we're all individuals, we're all experiencing this moment individually, uniquely, intimately with ourselves. And we are also one being experiencing this moment as all that which we truly are, that one pure infinite light of awareness, of peace, and of love, and of healing. When the elements are out of balance, as Michelle was very aptly indicating, then we can see that the great effect of the imbalance. So along with all of this compassion and empathy and love that we are sending, also being aware of the essence of balance, of bringing balance, restoring balance, and living that space of balance in this and in each moment, and sending the coolness, the calmness, and the peace of this moment to all our friends, all our brothers, sisters of the wonderful, beautiful state of California, to the entire country, to the entire world, and just residing in this for some time, and knowing that as we extend to anyone, anywhere, that as we extend, so it is received. As we receive, so we can again send and experience the joy and the beauty of this incredible existence. And certainly in times of need, such as we have now, to very gently and lovingly bring together all the love, the strength, and the oneness that the whole universe is, that you are, that I am, and everyone is, into this moment, to also direct our attention, our awareness, and our love to any place on earth, specifically to our friends, our brothers and sisters in California, so that they may once again thrive, be healthy and happy, recognizing the profundity of this terrible tragedy, and also recognizing that there is something there that can never be burnt, never be made wet by water, never be dried by air. And that is you. That is all of us. That is that pure, infinite space that we are. And to take just another moment, I'll be picking up my guitar and singing just for a couple of moments, and then we can move on with this beautiful gathering that has been so lovingly brought together thanks to Violet and Melanie. So just taking another few moments to remain in awareness with yourself as that vast infinite light, and within that light to recognize the unlimited joy, the unlimited love, the unlimited sense of caring, empathy, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, generosity. So many wonderful, incredible qualities are there. Please use any word you wish, bring anything you wish into this moment, and very, once again, lovingly, gently, sweetly, send the coolness and the peace of your entire being to all those who have been and are so profoundly affected by this tragedy, that in the midst of all of this, there is hope, there is light, there is love, and that everything that was not at one point and is will change again. That is the nature of all existence. It is forever in change. But you, the one who is aware of this, the one who is here, who is always here, that you never dies and never changes. That you is that pure light, eternal. And so, once again, remembering our friends, our sisters and brothers of California, sending them all the love of the universe and all the gentleness, compassion, comfort, and care and coolness that this terrible inferno may very quickly come to an end, and that balance will once again arise from all of that which has happened and remain as that pure light that it always has at its source. So once again, thank you to the most wonderful Violet and Melanie, all the incredible teachers who are here today, and all the beautiful, wonderful participants, to everyone here and everywhere. We are one vast infinite. We are one humanity. We are one vast infinite light. And may that peace and love shower and permeate everyone's life in every moment, forever. Thank you so much, Violet. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, everyone.
That was so beautiful. I could listen to that all night. It's really beautiful. Thank you so much. I don't even know how to move on from that. Kathryn, I don't know if you realized I was going to leave your meditation to the end, if that's okay with you. So we're just going to have a conversation. We're going to get started. I don't even know where to go from there. That was just so amazing.
I loved your guitar and singing, Kevin. That was beautiful. That was amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks, Eileen. Thank you so much. It's basically what I love to do and is part of all my time here on Insight Timer and my life in general. So thank you very much for your that. I appreciate it.
We're all so zenned out.
Yeah.
Okay, blink your eyes.
It was kind of like being around a campfire and having like an elder indigenous man singing. It's what it felt like to me. Like I've been to this place before somehow.
Very, very relaxing.
Maybe you should have kept Kevin's until the end.
I was just going to say that. I definitely should have. Maybe you're going to have to close again after Kathryn.
Thank you, Kevin. That was beautiful.
Both.
And the sound came through beautifully too, which made me very happy.
Both Eileen and Kevin, that was so beautiful. And your choice of music, Eileen, was wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I love Essie Jane. That's the artist.
Serena, I like what Serena said. Well said, friends. This is the Kevin effect for sure. It definitely is. I should have thought about that when I asked him. I should have waited, let him be last, because now we're all like, we're just going to go to sleep. However, we are here. If you have any questions you want to put in the chat, anything you want to discuss, we're here for you. We're not going anywhere.
I have a question for everyone because my heart has been feeling heavy, of course. I think everyone's has. And I'm just curious, what do you do for you when you feel like the weight of your empathetic heart and just like that ache of, hopelessness, helplessness? Like I'm all the way in Alaska. I feel like there's nothing I can do, but how do you hold yourself in that space? Maybe we can all share. And like what I did, I took a nap today and then I pretended like it was morning again and had a latte and like restarted my day. And it felt really good because I was, just feeling really, really off. So just curious, maybe
That's such a
I can
great
start us with that.
question. Yeah, that's such a great question. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, because yesterday I was feeling so like, what could we do for them? And I feel the same way. I don't know what to do, but go ahead, Eileen.
Yeah, I'm just curious how do you take good care of you when you're feeling just really heavy and down about things going on in the world?
I can start. I go in nature, and I also really love fire, ironically, but I'll sit outside by the fire and I just feel very transformative. I listen to music. I think most of you guys know that. I listen to a lot of music on Insight Timer. Bjorn's work I find to be very helpful. And then I also sometimes do a little bit of boxing upstairs because I actually need to get some physical energy out, and mellow stuff doesn't work for me.
Can you bang the gong now?
I
don't mean right now. I mean, now that you have one.
Yes. Yes. So those are the things that I do.
I don't like to go out in nature when it's cold, though. I like the fire idea.
You got to bundle up. You just got to bundle up.
I'm such a wimp when it comes to cold. I literally go out in 3 layers and I'm still complaining.
That's funny. I love the movement though, Melanie, the boxing and movement. That's such a great way to shift our state and our energy.
Yeah. And just remember Violet's from New York City. So it's probably not as accessible
No.
that you felt in your life. I grew up on a
Right.
farm, so it was very natural for me to go outside to sort of reset.
Yeah, now I'm out in the woods though, so I'm always surrounded by nature, which is nice, and I do love it. It's just the I mean, I'll step outside on the deck for like a second, but then it gets really cold and I'm like, I'm going back in.
I've been known to put on some music and have my own little personal dance party.
Love.
So
What's your favorite song?
Oh God. There's a variety on Insight Timer, but what pops into my head right now is one that Tom Evans did. I don't even know when he downloaded it onto the app, but it's called Raga Beats.
Mm.
And it's just got some wonderful flow to it.
I
I'm not
like
familiar with
to.
that one.
I have a habit of, if it's midday type of thing where I'm not in a morning routine that I'm used to clearing energy with, I'll usually lay down with something that's going to be brain and training, usually like a biofield tuning or some kind of sound therapy, because I have this confidence when I do that. Number one, that I don't need to maintain my focus and attention on the on a direction of where to lead my energy. And so if I'm in an agitated state, that's helpful for me because sometimes my mind might be spinning about a particular issue. So to do like a traditional meditation where I'm leading myself through a garden or whatever, uh, might be especially challenging. But I know if I like listen to like a tuning, that eventually it's going to steal my mind no matter how agitated I am. So I like doing that. And if sometimes I also want to move the energy with physically. So I'll either do like a qigong or a yoga. I like doing like just moon yoga, really like calming, like forward folds and stuff like that. That's more soothing to my nervous system rather than bringing in new prana and integrating it. Just taking care of what's there and staying at center.
Well, I love, Bjorn, what you just said because about you bringing it in, because for me, I'm getting it out.
Mm.
Think I
Yeah.
also tend toward the partly needing to get it out, and I'm fortunate to have a good circle of friends and fellow activists, and we see and hear about a problem like this, and we immediately say, well, what can we do? What should we do? How can we use this as a learning opportunity? Some of you may have seen my friend Peter Kalmus had a opinion piece in New York Times today where he talked about why he left LA as a climate scientist, knowing that this was about to happen. And in fact, his neighborhood is one of the ones that's gone now, his old neighborhood. And knowing that that needs to be balanced with taking care of ourselves. Thich Nhat Hanh said the best way to take care of the environment is to take care of the activists, to take care of the environmentalists. And nature connection is always, even just hanging out with a potted plant. But if you can go out and touch and talk to and breathe with a tree, once you understand how amazing and complex and beautiful a tree actually is, you can see that and realize that all things are possible. and that there are ways that nature knows how to heal herself, that we just need to be in service to and in support of. And that gives you the strength to be in the struggle when you need to be in the struggle.
I think one thing for me too is when I am out in nature, listen, and nature will tell you what it needs.
And the same goes for you too, right? Listen to yourself and ask yourself, what do I need in this moment?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can really resonate with all of that. Nature is one of my primary tools for when I'm really not in a good place and I'm feeling like I need to rebalance and reconnect. Yeah, I'm lucky enough to be close to an ocean and a beach, and so even when it's sort of not, sort of like quote unquote beach weather, just getting into those elements and putting my feet in the sand and then ultimately sort of it's a reminder. It just sort of breaks the ice a little bit and then gives me a chance to kind of reconnect with my breath. So really slowing down my breathing. I love to do movement as well, so any kind of I'll just start working through some yoga postures or doing sort of more of a it doesn't have a specific name, but it's sort of a shaking technique where it's sort of little hops in the body and shaking out the hands and almost kind of a little bit of dancing, getting into the hips and really sort of kind of moving through whatever's there. And also started recently just becoming curious, sort of just going inward and being curious of when I'm feeling a certain way, and rather than taking it on as an identity of like, I'm super anxious and how can I fix this, of just sort of questioning and looking at this feeling that's there and just sort of like, oh, interesting, I feel really anxious right now, or wow, I'm really feeling fearful in the moment. And I'm finding that it sort of loosens the grip a little bit to where I'm not super identified with what's going on. And then I sort of can, I'm not trying to fix something that's broken, so to speak. It's sort of just like, oh, I'm in this experience, and then using the tools to kind of try to work through that.
That's so important what you just said. It's just that being the loving witness. And I had someone actually say in one of my teacher trainings, she said, so often we see the feeling or the thought and it's like a car passing by and we jump into the car and we like fly off with the car and really identify with it, like you said. And instead it's like stay on the bench and just watch the cars, the thoughts, the emotions, and be that witness to it versus jumping in. And that really resonated. Yeah, what you said is so good.
Something else that's pretty simple that I do sometimes as well is just connect with another human being and just have a conversation, and that will usually bring me back to a certain point and just remind me of the boundaries and my energy and tether me back to the earth a little bit.
And never forget to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Always go back to the breath.
That's a good reminder. I'm someone who tends to hold my breath. I find myself doing that a lot, and I'll force myself to take a breath.
I have people look at me really weird when I say, so tell me about your breathing. And they go, it's like, your breath is your life. And they're like, yeah, I know, I do it all the time. But no, your breath is your life, and paying attention to it.
I think that's a beautiful point, Mary, that you just made, and just to not take for granted those aspects of ourselves that are so important, and to somehow bring the attention back to those things that otherwise we might take for granted and not give really the appreciation and the dignity and the respect to on all levels, so many different levels. I think what's really fascinating to hear everyone express is that we all have our own particular way of dealing with, say, the heaviness or situations. And I know in my own case, what I have felt has become more and more important as the years go by is to just, first of all, just recognize if there is that heaviness or that space of awareness that's going in that particular direction at any given time, and to just let it be there. Number one, just be aware of it and let it be there. Not in an indulging way, but just to be, like, let it be there. And then from that point, to start moving and recognize that moving, not as Sean was saying, both physically, but also in our, we're energetic beings, we're all made of energy. And energy has so many different expressions, of course, and different qualities. So recognizing maybe, yes, getting out and speaking with somebody, that's something that I certainly love to do, is get out on the road, just there'll be somebody there to talk to somewhere. I mean, the community that I live in, there's always someone to talk to. But the point being that there's always someone to connect with, even if you just get on a bus and say hello to the driver, or there's life everywhere. And to just tap into that, and then to somehow allow the energy, or just connect with that energy within in such a way that it can continue flowing and can bring you from whatever space or situation you're experiencing in your mind at that time in your being, that it can change, and it will change. Because if it wasn't there at one point, it won't be there again at some point. So even in this moment, there's some way, perhaps, to, and it's unique to each one of us. Everyone has their own way, and it's beautiful that everyone does that and find their own way. But that the essence being just to sort of bring in more energy generally really can be something that is accessible to each one of us. And also, sometimes we'll do a little inventory or a checklist, like, did I eat enough today? Did I eat too much? Did I sleep enough? Did I sleep not enough? Did I, whatever, there's a whole variety of things. Sometimes we maybe feel that there's a kind of heaviness there that's coming from maybe something or somewhere outside ourselves, but maybe it's just a simple matter of checking in with ourselves and just going down like a little checklist of things that we maybe need to do or haven't done for ourselves today in terms of self-care or whatever. That could really, really make a difference in the moment. And then each moment builds on each moment, builds on each moment. And that can certainly move forward and recognize that these spaces are not permanent, they're always changing, but that there's somebody there that's aware of it all at all times. And to just sort of connect with that in my own life has certainly been and continues to be really, really helpful and a really positive influence and strength. So that's what I wanted to contribute. Thanks.
I love that. I love that. And Jessica asked a great question of everyone. What lesson have you learned from nature?
I would say let it take time, I think there's this quote by, I don't know who says it. Hold on. I was going to pretend like I remembered, but I don't. Something about, it's just really simple. It's just like nature does not hurry, yet everything is on time. Something like that. And I just like to embrace the season and just the phases that you're in, and to let it take time and to trust the flow of nature and all of that. So that's what comes to heart.
For me, very similar to Eileen, and also knowing that things are always changing and that it's going to come back around.
I love that. I was thinking that.
For me, I think one of the most important things is the truth that it is all connected, and therefore it is all capable of healing and always working on healing. Robin Wall Kimmerer said, as we work to heal the earth heals us. That if you allow yourself to really feel into that connection, there's a lot of strength to be gained there.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I would say for me, it's everything is the way it's meant to be, including myself. And so when I slip into nature, all of the most powerful spiritual embodied experiences I've had have been in nature. Uh, like a heart opening by a fire, or uh, an emotional release walking through the snow. It's like a blueprint that is perfect in its own way, and it's always changing, always evolving, just like I am. And when I move into that, it helps me remember my true nature.
Wow, that was beautifully
Mm.
said. Wow.
Yeah, for me, anytime I go into nature, I'm just reminded of the beauty of this life and nature, and it's the simplicity of, it's sort of the simplicity and the complexity that's there at the same time. It's just sort of nature just is, and there's a rhythm and a beauty, and yeah, and then remembering that I am nature as well, right? That this body that I have is on loan, right? I didn't ask for it. It was given to me from somewhere, something. It's an organic part of nature, and in the tantric tradition, they say that all that exists outside also exists inside, and so um, yeah, the more that I go inward, then the more that I'm able to connect outward as well. And so yeah, just sometimes for me, that I like to go in the ocean and just lay there and do nothing and have zero responsibility, and things just are, right. And sometimes there's little fish swimming underneath, and you know, um, nature uh, is always coming back to itself. It knows what to do, and it's just, yeah, really beautiful to be part of that vast intelligence that's far beyond my comprehension. Yeah.
Well, I used to live near the ocean, but I always tend to find places where there's water, whether it's a lake or a river or all that. And it just, the all-knowing of the water, the waves, evaporating, it comes back and it's everywhere and it connects us. No matter where we are, there's probably some droplet of water that one of us has touched that is now somewhere else in the world touching somebody else. And it's a connectedness and a peacefulness and a just bringing such calm, just being near water.
Just wanted to quickly add that Melanie has lost power, which is why her screen went dark. She just sent me a message. See, we were talking about nature, and maybe she got a lot of wind over there. That's usually me, by the way. So I'm grateful that it wasn't me, because then we would have lost everybody. Yes, Janie, Melanie is in Yonkers, New York. She's in the chat there chatting with us still. And Melanie, if you want to join us on your phone, you can, but that's up to you. Jessica has another question. Reflecting on current events and what we hold dear, what is something you could leave behind that maybe you held with more importance before, and something you want to hold close and always carry with you? That is such a great question. And it's definitely something that I have thought of with everything that's happening right now. So I will let our panel address that. Feel free to speak, anyone. Great question.
Well, I'm a minimalist, and I gave everything away a few years ago and just went down to a suitcase and traveled the world. And people thought I was crazy. some people thought I was going to kill myself. They really thought I was suicidal. People said, oh, no one would sell everything and not even put it in storage if they weren't going to prepare for the end. I never could even imagine that someone would think that, but a lot of people did. And it was really blew people's minds that I could get rid of so many possessions. And the hardest thing to get rid of were my books that had been signed by like Marianne Williamson or someone. And so I saved a couple of those, and I did put them in a box and I took it to my son's place. But besides, photo albums and a couple books, honestly, it was just stuff. And I know the people in LA, they left to evacuate. And what I'm hearing from a lot of them is they left because they thought it was dangerous to be near the fire, but they never thought their house would be gone. They didn't take much with them. They maybe they took a passport or something, and they thought about it, but honestly, they really just took a few pieces of clothes, thinking they'd go to a hotel and then they'd come back home. No one expected to have nothing. So people around here are walking around in total shock and grief because their houses, this is burnt to the ground. They did not expect that. And they really didn't pack or prepare. Because it was just unimaginable. They just thought, oh, humans can't be close. You know what I mean? They didn't think the place would burn down. So I just think that it's just stuff. And so I'm kind of okay with things to let go of. I've kind of been there, done that. I'd love to hear what anyone else says.
It's definitely a good lesson, right? I've never even thought about it until recently when things like this have happened. And you're right, it's just stuff. But the thought that you would leave your house thinking, oh, I'll come back in a couple of days, and in a couple of days everything was gone. Like I can't even imagine. Can't imagine.
I did see someone post something about this though, because my husband and I live in a van and we have very little things as well. I have like one pair of jeans and one candle and like one of everything, and a Kindle that has all my books on it, stuff like that. But this gentleman, I don't know his name and I could look him up to give him credit, but he said, yeah, a lot of people are saying that it's just stuff that they've lost in the fires, but it's not, and to be grateful that their life wasn't lost, but their lives were lost, meaning like some people aren't able to go to their favorite coffee shop anymore down the street or see their neighbor's beautiful flowers, like those, like the moments that made their life very full and a living, breathing thing. So that was really interesting to me to sit with that more. It's like, yeah, I believe too. I'm like, I'm not attached to anything. It's fine if it's gone or, and I'd of course hope that my dog and my husband and those things could get out. And I thought of, my computer is something I'd want to bring so I could still be on Insight Timer and connect and all those things. But yeah, that was just interesting to think about these people's like lives and their normalcy. So yeah, just so much grief in that. I don't know if that kind of answered the question, but just wanted to share.
It's true though. Like this morning, I woke up and I thought, I'm so lucky, waking up in my nice warm bed in my safe house. I don't even know what it would be like to lose that.
And it's just the things that are sentimental. It holds so many memories too.
A couple of people in the chat have written about losses. Janie says, my mom was 80 when she lost everything. And her response was, I've been meaning to get rid of clutter anyway. She told me stuff doesn't matter. It's the people we love. And that's so true. I mean, that's a great attitude. Not always easy to look at it that way. And that's definitely admirable. And Sherry, you lost everything about 10 years ago. It taught you what's important. Yeah. Yeah, like I hope that we don't all have to go through an experience like that to learn what's important. That's what I keep reminding myself, like focus on what's important.
I feel like events of this sort of magnitude can be emotionally cleansing. Well, interesting too that fire is a cleansing element, but I can just feel things shifting around in my body. I feel energy, tend to feel it very viscerally, and I just feel like, you know, things that I may have been holding on to are in movement, working their way through. And sometimes it takes a larger event to offer a new perspective on how I've been living. And an easy thing for me to point to in the physical realm would be clutter, because I have found myself as of late doing some procrastination with keeping my space clean, and I have suddenly found it to be much easier to uh, maintain that again.
Todd writes, fire causes rebirth in the forest. Pine trees can't grow until the seeds are burned. Yeah, that's true. Kathryn, would you like to do your rain meditation now? I think.
Yeah, sure. We did it in San Francisco a few years ago, and it really worked. I tell you, we are powerful. And when we say send thoughts and prayers with you, we send and visualize best case scenario. Use your mind because it's powerful. It's more powerful than just saying thoughts and prayers. Powerful thoughts. Send good thoughts. Powerful. Don't send sad and sorry thoughts. They don't really add that much to the field. There's enough of that. What we need to do is send visualize rain. Okay, like the indigenous tribes out in Arizona, when they needed rain, they would draw a circle around, and the people in the circle that were chosen, the shaman or whoever, they imagined and they became soaked in rain. They imagined being soaked in rain. They smelled the rain. They tasted it. They could feel it rain down their face. So they used all their senses, and it's a manifestation meditation, basically. And if we have all the people in this room, 172 meditators, and all these powerful teachers using their mind and projecting these images, it can really, you'd be surprised, make a difference. You know how the Buddhists always do cloud busting? They love to lie by the side of a mountain and look at clouds, and they bust them with their minds. They break up the cloud. It's really fun, actually, if you ever want to do that. But this is kind of similar, except we're bringing the clouds in. We're forming clouds and we're bringing them. So if it's raining wherever you are in the world, or snowing, I would like you to send those clouds over here from wherever you are. Just imagine and see them coming over, bringing that saturation. So let me guide you and help you to visualize the rain in California, in Los Angeles particularly, because at the moment here in LA, there's ash everywhere you go. It's like snowing. The winds have calmed down, and we don't have to mask up as much today, but there is ash falling like snow everywhere, and it's still burning. So we need the water pretty bad, and let's do it. Okay, I'll talk about it anymore. I'm gonna put a little bit of music on for you guys. What do we got here? How about this one? Just to help out. Little binaural beat music I like to use. I have to get rid of that. All right. So everybody, let's get together and just take a deep breath in, fill your tummy, fill your lungs, just to relax a little, and slowly breathe out. Tell yourself, this is our time. to help and not feel hopeless, not feel helpless. This is a time to feel powerful and plentiful and very helpful. So with our eyes now closed, I'd like you to, from wherever you are, I brought my rain stick from Machu Picchu, and I want you to hear the rain falling. And I want you to see gentle, soft rain falling on the ashes, falling on the red hot fire. See it just trickling down from the clouds. Now bring those clouds from out into, say they're a tropical storm. I want you to visualize a tropical storm that's probably happening right now off the coast of California. And just bring that storm, those big, saturated, heavy clouds, bring them in, draw them in to the coastline, right at where LA is. See them gathering from the tropical ocean and see them coming in to the west coast of the States and just gently letting out the moisture over Los Angeles. The whole city needs it desperately. And now they get it. Now they're quenching the thirst from the earth. The earth is just drinking it up. It's thirsty and it's quenching it. And it's just soaking into the soil and it's just bouncing off of leaves. And now the clouds are coming down from the north in Canada, and they're slowly coming in, and the wind is bringing the clouds from the north in Canada, and all the snow clouds are coming down, and they're releasing the moisture and the rain. They're gathering. The air is moist again. And from the east coast and from the south, the clouds are gathering. See the clouds floating over. The winds are bringing them into Los Angeles, just hovering above. They're all gathering and they're releasing the moisture. They're letting go, and it's now damp and moist. It's drizzling. It's saturating, and you can hear the sound of the fire going out. You can hear the whoosh, whoosh, just shh. It's okay. It's okay, Mother Earth. Tell our mother it's okay. We have the clouds, we have the rain, we have the moisture, we have what is needed in the sky now. Dew is dropping from above, sprinkling water where it's most needed. Just the right amount, just the right amount. And see the firefighters sitting down and just crying with relief. See them exhausted and feeling grateful for this help from above. They're so grateful. Oh my God, where did this rain come from? We just needed it. And now, thank you. Thank you for the clouds. All the people dancing, cheering with this miraculous rain coming from above, cooling the hot ground. It's cooling down, nourishing the soil, refreshing the skies. The ash is being washed away from the sky. It's soothing the soil. It's flowing through the streets, drizzling down. You can smell it. You can feel it because we're running on the street and we're getting wet and we're jumping for joy. And we can taste it. We can fill our hands with cups of it and we can drink it. It's so beautiful. All the animals are safe. All the animals aren't frightened anymore. They feel safe. All the animals are coming out and they're drinking from all the puddles. The people are safe. They feel connected to Mother Earth again. They feel the love that's flowing down literally from above. The air is moist. The ground is moist. Everyone loves it when it rains, especially now. Nature is self-correcting us. Nature is washing away the ash and skies, letting it rain in LA, letting it rain in Los Angeles. You can hear the sound of the rain, and it's just the right amount, just enough to put it out and to offer assistance to the firefighters. Everyone is going to sleep so well tonight to the sound of rain. Thank you for cleaning the skies. Thank you for clearing the air. Breathe in that fresh, moist air. You can smell it. You can smell the rain. You can hear it. You can feel it. And you can feel the emotions, the love and joy, and the realization that we're powerful. And the peace descending on the state of California, the big sigh of relief from Mother Earth. Breathe in the sigh of relief. Oh, it is a done deal because we've just made it happen with our minds. We saw it, we created it, we put it in the field, and it feels so good. Filling your heart with gratitude for this community, for all the minds around the world sending rain clouds to Los Angeles. Thank you for this healing water. Thank you. Thank you. And when you're ready, you can come back to the room, knowing that you can return to this vision as often as possible. And know that you are helping. You are not helpless and hopeless. You are helping. Rain and peace is possible. Thank you, everyone.
That was really beautiful.
Thank you so much for that, Kathryn.
I got so emotional.
Aw, that makes sense.
Well, it does. The emotion just adds power
Mhm.
to the manifestation. The energy adds a lot. You know, the emotion is energy and motion. So it just happens sometimes.
Does anyone have anything they want to add? Feel free. Yeah, that was really beautiful. Janie says, that was beautiful, Kathryn, brought me to tears.
I loved visualizing the relief of the firefighters and everyone, and yeah, everyone to dance in the rain. Thank you.
It all helps, you know, everybody. It all helps.
Absolutely.
Can't hurt, right? I really believe.
I do. I believe too.
Clouds are coming. I believe they're on their way. So thoughts and prayers and rain. That's what we want.
All right, my friends, we're going to get ready to wrap up. But before we do, I would like the teachers who are here with us to share the question Melanie always asks, how can we best support you? So I know you're unmuted. If you want me to go around, I will. If you just want to jump in, feel free.
Well, I'm still unmuted, so I'll just say follow me and check out my link tree, whatever it is, on my bio, and listen to my meditations, and I hope they serve you well. I wrote that thing that she's holding up over there. I'm not allowed to promote, but that's me. And you can buy that too. Anyway, thank you.
Befriend Yourself is the name of the book. The Self-Love Path to Peace.
That sounds amazing. Wow.
Eileen,
I guess I'll go.
I'm going to call on you.
Yeah. Come join my live meditations on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That would be the best way you can support me and yourself. And check out the link in my bio as well for some of my offerings. And what else? I think that, I have some courses too. There's one called Return to Love, which is newer-ish, and then a couple more. And just a reminder, if you're new to Insight Timer and you don't have the premium membership yet, definitely get that for yourself. Treat yourself to that. It's less than a fancy coffee a month. And it gets you access to all the courses and the premium content. But yes, I hope to see some of you in my live meditations on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Wonderful. Sean, how about you? Let's hear from you.
Yes, sure. Thanks, Violet. Yeah, I would love for you to join me sometime for a live Hatha Yoga and meditation class here on Insight Timer. I have a regular schedule of 3 classes a week. It's sort of catered toward the East Coast time zone, so mostly morning time. I'm actually in Vietnam. I'm from the East Coast originally, but for 2 years I've been living in Vietnam. So I teach in the evening, and it ends up being morning time on East Coast. Yeah, would love for you to join me. We've got just a beautiful group of regular practitioners. We come together, and that group just continues to expand every week. And yeah, so if you're interested in a sort of all levels Hatha Yoga and meditation with a focus on sort of more of a meditative focus, meditative practice, I would absolutely, love for you to be in class. And then you can also check out my profile. There's a link there with a few other things, but I'm mostly doing my thing here on Insight Timer, and would really love anyone who's interested in that to please come join. Come just as you are as well. I like to say that flexibility is not a requirement. It's we show up on the mat exactly where we are. It's a unique individual practice, and so just trusting that if you've never practiced before, that you are fully capable of participating, and would love to be a facilitator of your own, yogic journey. So yeah, please join me sometime.
Wonderful. Michelle?
Yeah. As I said, I mostly focus on live sessions, though I do have a few recordings. So, of course, follow me, check out my instructor page. The live sessions coming up, I've got one this coming Monday, and then a week from Tuesday. When I can, I try to time them for the actual astronomical moment of the moon phase transition. So that's Monday is the moment when the moon is its fullest, and the following Tuesday is the moment of that third quarter moon. Sometimes I'm in California, up in the San Francisco Bay Area. So there are times when it's not convenient to do it right at those, but my timing does then vary a lot. So adapts for most time zones, except for, if you happen to be in India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, I'm probably never going to catch you.
Thank you. Kevin, I'm going to skip you for a minute. I'm going to go over to Blue Dragon Healing.
Okay. Yeah, best way to, you said support me, but I would just say I do live events on Saturdays, usually. And so if you're interested in trying something that may be a little different, where you just kind of come, show up and relax without really having to do much and have an energetic experience that might give you sensations or things that haven't happened before, then please swing on by and just pop some headphones on and drop in and listen. Visit my teacher profile. I have a link tree on there, and it goes to my site and my podcast and all of that. And I'm also going to soon be doing some live events where I'm actually going to be doing some live podcasts on Insight Timer and actually interviewing some outside guests on the platform. I have a few of those posted already.
Wonderful. Thank you. Mary?
I invite you to follow me on Insight Timer. I have a few free meditations on there that I kind of like. And I am planning on doing some lives, and then there may, add on some of the meditations to that, but starting off the year with tapping into the creativity and kind of doing some meditation and what I'm calling my ideas journal, on how to just kind of put your ideas down and then kind of take it from there for where those most wonderful ideas that you've ever wanted to try and how to get there.
Well, I love the fact that you said it's an ideas journal. I'm doing a new live on journaling, so I'll be in touch.
Okay. I know. I absolutely love your scripting and your journaling ones you have already on there right now.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you so
I
much.
highly encourage everybody to listen to those too.
Thank you. Kevin, I left you for last on purpose. I want you to share with us how we can support you, but I don't want to put you on the spot, but I would love it if you would play your guitar again before we leave, if that's okay with you.
Sure, Violet. Thank you. And actually, when you said that, something came to mind that I think would be really appropriate for our closing here today. So, yes. Well, I'm really, really grateful, as I said, to be on Insight Timer. So if anyone wishes to come and meditate in the space that is there again and again here, please do come and join. As those of you who have been with me here on Insight Timer know, sometimes my sessions can be really long, but everyone is welcome to just join as they wish and go off and do something, come back and rejoin if they wish. Everyone can be there as long as they wish, or join whenever they like. I really feel the importance of freedom, and that everybody should really, number one, first and foremost, feel free and really live that in each moment. So that's number one priority. And along with all of that, I have song tracks published here at Insight Timer in my profile, as well as a couple of guided meditations. And I am working on a longer guided meditation, which is still in the works. Seems to be a perpetual in the works thing, but getting closer and hopefully having that published very soon. Also, there's information in my bio or profile here on Insight Timer that can be accessed as well. And I have a group called MeditationSpaceOnline that you're most welcome to join if you wish. And also, if you wish to have time to speak with me about meditation, whatever, I'm always certainly very, very happy and ready to do that. And just as a little side note, timely speaking, in a couple of days, it will be in evening time, North America time, on Sunday evening, I'll be co-hosting a session with the amazing Denzel O'Connell, for those of you who know Denzel here on Insight Timer. He and I are good friends, and we're going to be in the same physical place Sunday evening in North America time. So if you're available and you'd like to join, it'd be wonderful to have your wonderful presence there. It's always a lot of fun with Denzel, always very dynamic, and it's really just a great opportunity, I find, to just express and to share and to hear so much beautiful expression from all the beautiful participants here. And even if you're not expressing, say, verbally with words, but your presence certainly is communicating. And just as today we've been communicating with words, but also everyone's beautiful presence is provided, something has offered something into this space, and certainly is definitely having an effect and making a difference for all of those that we're connected to in California and everywhere. So thanks so much. Yes, and right, song. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhaga bhavet. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhaga bhavet. May all on earth be blessed, may all remain forever free, may all on earth be blessed, may all remain forever free. We wish joy to all the beings, may all know their peace and live in harmony. We wish joy to all the beings, may all live in peace and harmony. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhaga bhavet, ma kaschit dukkha bhaga bhavet, ma kaschit dukkha bhaga bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So wishing that peace and that calmness, coolness, and health and joy and well-being be there for everyone, in every moment of everyone's life. And although there are certainly these terrible calamities that befall humanity and the world, that also there is always the light and the power and the joy of hope that can never be extinguished, is always there and will always be there to bring about renewal and refresh all that needs to be refreshed. And once again, that the joy and the delight should also be there in all areas, even those that have been so gravely affected at this time. So, with all gratitude and love and appreciation for everyone, we just have the most beautiful opportunity to remember this and to live this and to radiate it moment to moment. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Beautiful
you
way
so
to end
much.
it.
Thanks, everyone.
Say goodbye now.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
So,
Thank
Bye.
Anagaya to all. May all beings be well.